kingdoms and empires were ruled by the kings and the emperors. So because of greed, because of money, they sold the island to the Portuguese. So one of the Portuguese sailors came here. That was 1456. So one of the sailors arrived here. And the island was suffered from bombardment. So when the island was bombed, so the sailor died on the island. He was named, then he was buried on the island. Then they renamed the island, they called San Andrews Island. But before, we never called them masters, or we never called them the slave capturers, we called them the criminals. Because they've been here to exploit us. We left the island, they go to the locality. In those days, we used to live in small houses, thatch houses. That's why they keep that roof here, for the new generation to remember. So the more they arrive in the locality, those thatch houses, they set fire on them. So the people start running out. So the more they run out, they chase them. You know, so they capture them. So the father, the mother, and the baby. But still, they also fight back, you know, to be free. But at the end of the day, they got their guns, so they will shoot them. So those been captured, they will take them away. So the people in the locality will never see them again. Okay? So also at the other side of the river, nearby the island, they have a place called San Domingo, one of the islands in the Caribbean. Domingo, yeah? So that was the slave house where they used to keep them, to minimize them. So this is the place of the great man Kunta Kinteh. It's the only place left on the island where today the people or the visitors who wanted to come and visit or pay a pilgrimage, then this is the place for a great man by the name Kunta Kinteh. So he was here for 14 days, fortnight, with his other colleagues. But the rest of them, they died because of the condition. You know? So the more you enter here, yeah, you can feel in your heart. You can cry in your heart. You know? So these were the conditions. So you can come in, and almost 34 men were kept here. 34 people they kept here. They pack them like sardines. And it's always dark. No light.
Only 4 people.
34 people.
34.
34 people. 34 strong men. Tall guys. But the more they are here, the more they are weak. Because at the end of the day, they give them little water, little food just to keep them alive. And they always shout to them, bring us food. They give them 1 food a day. And through that window, that's where they throw the food. They fight for food. Yeah, hungry man is angry man. Yeah, for 400 years, thousands of people died here in this room. And they never care about them. Yeah, they throw them in the river. So the toilets were just at the corner there. Yeah, and all the pee-pee, all they do, all here inside. And the door is locked. You know, only when the ship arrives, that's the time those who are strong, the weak ones, the wounded ones will left here.
I've crossed the waters, I've seen the seas, I've watched the ocean waves crash before me. Let your soul be healed, let your spirit be healed, let your mind be healed, may you be healed. I've crossed the waters, I've seen the seas, I've watched the ocean waves crash before me.
Museum of the Slave Trade. We just visited Kunta Kinteh Island. It's a very emotional, heavy experience for most of us. I really, it's really hard to say. It's really hard to put in words, but it's really a feeling. It's definitely a very spiritually heavy place. As a student of history, it's very painful, but also necessary to excavate this history and to talk about it. And it's kind of in doing that work, in looking at it and facing the pain, the sorrow, that you can only move forward and heal. I'm just wishing all my ancestors peace, and just to let them know that we're okay. We're gonna be all right.
Gambia is the smallest country in mainland Africa, with 2.5 million people. It's a small country, right? It consists of 9 tribes. We intermarry. We share the same culture. We intermarry. We do everything together. It's not. You cannot recognize